Hello dear Sew Tribe, you are welcome to class. So we're going to learn how to draft and sew this pencil skirt with ruffles. These are the required materials you will need. So as you can see in that picture, we have three types of tulle net. So I'll be using this fuchsia pink to replace the peach color that is there. So I have my white and my navy blue. So this is the main fabric. I have a yard of crepe material here for the project, my zipper, and this velvet bias for that part where we have our ruffles. So I have my basic skirt drafted out here, so I'll quickly run you through it so that you know how to go about it. Now when you want to draft your pattern, from the starting point just come down by 1 inch and you draw a straight line. Alright, from this starting point now, measure your hip length, whatever your hip length is, so and you draw a straight line. Now to determine the width of your paper, you are going to divide the biggest circumference into two. You know, we have our band, our hip circumference, and the hem of the skirt. So the biggest circumference here is our hip. You are going to use your hip, whatever your hip is, divide it into two to get the amount of this paper. You know, it is assumed this is unfold. Do you get it now? So just divide your hip into two and you can add like 2 inches extra just for you to have space to work around there. So you will draw your straight line. After this now, you can just go ahead and work on the upper part of this skirt. So from here now, let's label this part to be our front, and this is going to be our back. Do you get my point? From the center front, you're going to measure your band, whatever your band measurement is. Mine is 32. You know, you'll be dividing your circumferences into 4. So 32 divided by 4 is going to give us 8. Now this is my 8, and you are going to add on this skirt now. I'll be adding 1.5 inches for my dart intake. So that's 1.5 inches you're going to add it to it, and that is going to give me 9.5. so you're going to note it. This is where my 9.5 is. Do you get it now? And you can just go ahead and input your hip circumference, whatever your hip circumference is as well. You're going to divide it into 4. If divided by 4 is going to give us 11.25. so note that part as well. Do you get it now? And you can just go ahead and draw your straight line to connect that point together, your band and your hip. So this is me trying to draw my straight line like so. Now on this point, you are going to raise it up by ½ inch. The your waist side, you are going to raise it up by ½ inch. The reason why you are doing this is so that your band can relax very well. Do you get it now? So I've lifted it up like this so that I will not forget. Now go ahead and insert your dart. The dart measurement, you know, we added 1.5. so for my dart line, for me to get my dart line, I'm going to use my nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple, my nipple to nipple is 9 inches, and you're going to divide it into 2. Whatever your own is, divide it into 2. So I have it to be 4.5 here. And for your dart line, for the front, I'm going to make it 6 inches, and I'll go ahead and draw my straight line like so. Do you get it now? So go ahead and open up your dart by 0.75 on both sides. Can you see it? So this is going to give us total of 1.5. Do you get it now? So now you are going to connect this line to this line. So connect the two sides together like this. Do you get it now? And this upper part for the front is almost done. So for this center front, for the C heavier, it is always advisable you come down by at least 0.5 to 1 inch, depending on how the shape of the person you are working for is. So I'll come down by 1 inch here, and I'm going to connect it with my cuff like so to this part of the dart. So this is what we have. Now let's work on the upper part of the back as well. So you are going to do the same thing. Your waist divided by 4. The waist I'm working with is 32 by 4 is going to give me 8 plus 1.5 my dart intake, and that's going to give me 9.5. Just like we did for the front, you're going to lift up this by 1/2 inch so that they will both align. Now after that, you come to your hip, measure your hip and divide it by 4. So 45 into 4 is going to give us 11.25, and you connect the two lines together. Connect this to this like so. So after this, now we are going to input our dart. So 4.5 is going to be my nipple to nipple, and I will note it and draw a straight line. Do you get it now? Just draw your straight line like so, and open it up, open your dart up by 0.75 on both sides. So this is what we have. Don't forget, we raise this up by 1/2, and we're going to connect it to the nearest dart leg. Can you see it? Just connect it like this, and the upper part of our skirt is ready. So to work on the hem, for us to get the pencil effect, whatever your hip measurement is, you are going to take away at least 2 inches from the hip. Now like this place, now I have 11.25. So if I take away 2 from 11.25, I will be left with 9.25. So I will bring it down here like so and just mark. And you're going to do the same thing for the back. Just come down by 9.25 and note. So you can go ahead and connect it back to your hip like so, and you have it like this. So this is it. You connect this one too like this. Do you get it? And you're going to have this. So you make sure you don't have a pointy edge here. It's very important you blend it in. Now this is our basic skirt. So I want to alter this basic skirt a bit because I want to give the back of this skirt, I want to give it bomb illusion. So this is what I'm going to do. Watch me closely. Now on your basic pattern for the back, you know, we took away 2 inches from the hem of this skirt. So now I want to distribute the 2 inches on both sides. So here now I'm going to take away 1 here. I will take away 1 here. I will connect it back to the hip line like this. Now I have tightened up the bum side of my skirt like so. Now but you know, I'm not going to leave it like this. This 1 inch, I'm going to return it back to this side so that I will still have my 9.25. I hope you get it. So meaning this part is going out, I'm going to cut this side away. Do you get it now? I'm cutting this side away, but I'm going to return it back to this side. Now I've created my bum illusion. So this is what we have, and our skirt drafting is pretty ready. So I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern now. So to cut it now, you're going to fold in your dart. Now this dart of a thing is optional. If you don't want to eliminate it, you can transfer it directly to your fabric, and you're going to hold it on the fabric. But then I don't want that on my fabric, so I'm going to eliminate this dart like this, and I will close it up. That means by the time I want to sew this dress, I'm not going to hold any dart. Do you get it now? So I'm going to eliminate it like so. Do you get it now? And I will hold it down. Can you see? So like this, I've eliminated the dart, and I will go ahead and cut my pattern. So can you see it? We're going to cut it from this part like this, and you have it like so. So for the back, don't make the mistake of cutting it from here. You're going to cut here, and you are going to cut out this part. So this is what your pattern should look like. by the time you are done cutting. Can you see it? Everything is equal. So I'll go ahead now and trace out my band from this pattern. So the width of the band you can use between 1.5 to 2 inches. So I'll be using 1.5 for the width of my band. Can you see it? You are going to use this line to trace out whatever you are using as the width of your band. So I'm using 1.5 and I'll just go ahead and trace it out. Can you see it? So it is always important you hold your dart the way I am doing now before you cut your band, because you know, even if you want to hold your dart on the fabric, you know you will have held it before you had the band. So it is always good you close up your dart like this before cutting your band. So can you see it now? And you use your ruler, your curve to just blend in and connect the band like so. Can you see it? So make sure you blend it in very well, and you do the same thing for the back. Now before you go ahead and cut out your band, make sure you label it, because by the time you cut it out they will look alike and you may not get the right placement. I hope you get it. So this is a side front SF, and this is the center front CF. Do you get it now? So this is side back SB, and this is CB, center back. So you can write up here, up. Do you get it? It's very important so that it will save you stress by the time you want to cut it. So you can just go ahead and cut now. So by the time you want to transfer this on the fabric, you are going to cut 4 pieces of this, four pieces of this times 4. So it's always good you write it so that you know what you are working with. And we are going to cut just 2 pieces of this. The reason is that, you know, this is going to be on fold. So I notice this is a bit smaller. I want to correct it. So this is going to be on fold, and you make sure you cut it just 2 pieces. The reason why you have it as 2 pieces is one is going to be for the main band and one is going to be for like lining. You get it now? So you can just make the sign. This is going to be on fold and it's going to be in 2 places. So if you cut out your band like this, you will not have any problem of gaping. Your band is going to relax very well. So I have it like this, and we'll go ahead and transfer it to the fabric. Alright, I have it like this. I've transferred it on the fabric. So by the side, I added 1.5 inches for the seam allowance, and for the CB, center back, I added 1 inch for the zipper allowance, and for the hem, I added just 2 inches for the hem allowance. So for the upper part, just go ahead and add ½ inch for the joining of the band, and I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Alright, this is it. I've cut it out. I've cut out my band. Can you see it? Now for the band, I added ½ inch round for the up and the down. Now for the side, you know, we added 1.5 inch, so you are going to add equivalent amounts. Do you get it now? You are going to add exact amount that you added for your side, for your seam allowance on the main bodies. So for the CB, for the center back, I added 1 inch. You know, I added 1 inch here too for the zipper allowance. So you make sure everything is the same. It is very, very important. Now for the other part of it, you know, I said you are going to cut 2 for the front. So the second part, I've added the stay just to have it a bit stronger. So this is it for the back, the remaining 2 pieces. So this is it. I'm going to pack them aside. Now the first thing you are going to do now on this dress is you are going to take it to the sewing machine. You are going to join it by the side. Join the side together first. Now just place your back on the front like this, and you make sure you hold down your zipper allowance, because you are going to join it by the side first so that we can shape out the side that we are going to attach our ruffles. Now after holding down the zipper allowance like this, just go ahead and input your measurement and I will join the side together. I'll finish up the hem. Can you see it? So this hem, you are free to do it any way you like it, but I use my hemming gum to give it a seamless look there. Can you see it? Just open it up like this and determine the sides. It is optional, you can go for any of the sides, but from the picture the ruffles is on the left side, and on my fabric this is the left side of my skirt. So you are going to chalk on the right side of your fabric, but make sure you use something that you can clean up. Do you get it now? So from here now I have it like this. Locate the center front. This is the center front. I've done that. I have the crease line showing here. Now from the center front you can just go in by, let's say, 2 to 3 inches from the center front, and you're going to have it like so, because looking at it, it is not that ruffles does not start from the center front. If you look at that picture very well, do you get it now? And you come to your hip side, the side of the left side, so you come down there and measure your hip or length. You know, you are still going to attach band to this, so it's very important. You are going to subtract the width of your band from this side, and you are going to measure your hip length. Do you get it now? So this side now to this side, you are going to create your curve. Just create that shape. Just, you are going to use your free hand. Just free hand it. Can you see it? And you connect it. And now to the back, you are not seeing the back. You are free to style it the way you want. So I want you to get to the back, so I'm going to bring it down to the back like so. Can you see it? So this is what the shape of the ruffle will look like. From this side like this, it will go to the back. Now after chalking it out like this, the next thing you're going to do is to measure. Go ahead and measure the length of this, so that it will help you to calculate your tool. Do you get it now? For us to be able to calculate our net, just go ahead and measure this. So I've cut out my net. The length is 78 inches long. Now for you to determine the width, how wide it's going to be, so you know they are in 3 steps. We have 3 type of net there. So the first one is going to be as long as this. So this is coming like this. The first step is going to be 11 inches. Now the second step, you can just take away 3 from it, and that's going to be 8. And the last one is going to be 5 inches. So that was what I did. This is the first one, which is 11 inches, but I double it. I double it because I want it to be like that. Though this is optional, you can leave it as a single net. Do you get it now? So this is going to be the first step. Can you see it? And the second one will come on it like so. So you know I said I double it, so you're going to fold it like this, and you're going to place it here like so. I hope you are still with me. And the last one, which is the white one, is going to be like this. So this is how I'm going to arrange the 3 of them. I will make sure I set them properly. You know, this is net. They are very, very tricky to work with. So make sure you set everything properly. Can you see it? Can you see the length? So set everything properly, arrange it, and I will go and run my gathers of this length, and I'll come and show us how to attach it. So you have this after gathering. You can just go ahead and now follow this line. This is the essence of this line now. You are going to place it like this. Can you see it? You are going to make sure you open this part up very well so that it will not pack your hip. And you just follow the line you have drawn and sew it down. Can you see it? So after sewing it down, we are going to use our velvet to just finish up the edge so that that part will be neat. Do you get it now? So I'll take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew this part down first before I finish it off with my velvet, and we'll come and work on the back and the band. I've joined it and this is what it looks like. Can you see it? So if I open it up, this is how it goes to the back. So the next thing to do now is this. I'm going to close up this back. I'll take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to close it up using my seam allowance. I added 1 inch, so I'll just go ahead and stop around 7 inches. So I'm going to leave 7 inches from this place, and I'll sew everything down here. After that, I'm going to join my band together. I'm going to bring it together like this. I've done this side. Can you see it? I've done the front. So you are going to join this one that you are going to use as to turn it. You are going to join it, and this is how to go about it. Just bring it up like this, and by the side you are going to use your seam allowance. You're going to hold it like this. So you need to be very careful when you are joining it, because you make sure what you have here, you make sure it is exact the band measurement. Do you get it now? So that's what I did here. I've done this. I will do the same thing to this one too. And after that, I'm going to use it right side facing right side now. So I'll use it to face each other like this, right side facing right side, and I will finish up the upper part of the band, and I'll come and show you the next thing to do. I've joined the skirt at the back, and I've ironed it down. So this is what we have, and I've worked on the band. I said I'm going to use this one to turn it at the edge like this. So you will have it by the time you turn it. You should have something like this. And I went ahead to fold in 1/2 inch here. So this 1/2 inch is going to be on the part that will be outside. This is the main band, and this is the lining. So you fold in 1/2 inch on the main band, and you iron it down so that it will be easy by the time you want to finish up your band. So we're going to attach our band to the skirt now. So the left side, the lining of the band, you are going to attach it from the inside of the skirt, from the wrong side of the skirt. So you are going to sew it down by 1/2 inch. Now I need to call your attention to this. I added 1.5 inches to this side. I trim it down to 1/2 inch so that place will not be too bulky. Do you get it now? So just go ahead and sew it down by 1/2 inch. After that, you are going to use this. You are going to have something like this by the time you are done, and you use this one to close it up like this. Do you get it? And you just sew it down. Let me do that, and I'll come and show you the next thing to do. My band is ready. So can you see, this is how your band should look like if you want to achieve nice band on your waist. Can you see it that this front part is lower than the back? Can you see this? This is how your band should look like, and like this your band is going to sit properly on your waist. So the last thing I will go and do now is this. Can you see the way it looks inside? Everything is neatly sewn down. So I'll just take it to the sewing machine again, and I'm going to fix my zipper, and I'm going to display it on the mannequin for you to see the final outlook. Yeah, this is the final outlook of our skirts. Can you see it? So if you find this tutorial helpful, kindly give us thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more interesting tutorials. I will see you in the next class. Bye.